stage welcome all the way from Athens, Georgia. The Vigilantes as well.
Sure, thanks. In the waist down just a little bit. Check, a little bit more, just a bit more. I need you to bring it back up when we put the electric stuff on. Check, down a little bit more, 10%. The song is called Parting Shot. Words of wisdom, quotable quotes. You got your Reader's Digest sayings for those losing hope. Why do I feel so mocked by the hands of the clock? Anchor me down to the solid rock. I want to leave you with something, but I almost forgot. Was it a closing statement or a parting shot? Well, you lie on the flowers here in the wind. We've gone and twisted it all with original sin. There's a knowledge I traded a long time ago, bartered it off for the rags I call clothes. But I learned how to fake it and remake it on cue. But I swear I never stopped needing you. There's a question forming out here in the dark. In this heavy, heavy air all around my heart. It's now laden with consequence, chain link fence, and shot through with all manner of lies I have been trapped in and caught. And the world like a tempest in your ears to throw. You see, the flesh, he wants to dress right up to play your whore. The devil wants to cast all manner of doubt on the real deal. Lover with the key, dying to let you out from the bars that you fashioned from your stolen clout. Well, I may be confused, but I'll play my hunch. Oh. So did that feel like a kiss or a counter punch? On and on and on and on. Hey, get out your car keys. I hope this is his last song. Wait, it's bigger than life. It is so gracious and grand. Something a little child readily understands. You know, I sure could use a new suit of clothes. Aren't we all gone so threadbare and our shoes are worn? But wait, the flowers, they're growing right out of these bones. The trumpet sounding like Louis Armstrong. Like Louis Armstrong. When the great divorce happens, hide me in your song. Though I don't deserve it, and I don't belong. Yeah, I wanna leave you with something. Will you take it to heart? Statement or a parting shot or a parting show.
good to be back up in this neck of the woods. Song about a black sheep uncle of mine. Had this uncle who was a great baseball pitcher. Played baseball before there was such a thing as major leagues. Come to find out he was kind of the black sheep in my family. Family would sit around and talk about this guy, and or they would talk at Thanksgiving meals and such stuff like that, and then eventually his name would come up and conversation would get real quiet, and you could hear the forks and knives kind of tinkling against the silverware, and you realize that some subject had been brought up that my family was just not going to talk about. And my grandmother let me in on the secret when I was about 15 or 16. Turns out this guy was a great baseball pitcher. And as I said, he probably played for, like, you know, Mac's Garage or Joe's Foundry, somewhere in the Baltimore area, somewhere around the Chesapeake Bay area, apparently. But he lived on the road a lot, and he loved the road, but along with the road came a lot of the pitfalls of all that, the wine, women, and song, and all that kind of stuff. So that's why he had earned the bad reputation of my family. So if you have a family with a black sheep, or maybe you're your own family's black sheep, the song is for you. It's called The Ballad of Russell Perry. Well, my name is Russell Perry, I hail from Tennessee. There's a million other fool rednecks roaming the hills like me. I come with no credentials, I can make no claim to fame, but I can throw a fastball by any man who ever stepped up to the plate. There was not much left to do. You could kick around on the farm teams and sleep in 2-bit motel rooms. You were handing out gospel tracts one night after a game. So we compared our notes and dreams and found they were substantially the same. Well, my fastball would not fail me. See, I was earning much respect, setting my eyes on a little major league prospect. You know, there never was a problem. 3 good low inside pitches wouldn't take right out. Except this one little problem, honey, I never really, well, could talk about. Out here all alone, why am I drowning in the darkness? I can't tell anyone. Oh, and I can't tell anyone. Well, you see, I have this dream a lot. I am in a debtor's cell, and I reach out to grab the key that will unlock my cell. My expectant fingers close on the steel so cold. Well, it turns into a sword, and it carves a name to my very soul. Well, I'm feeling it in my bones. I'm so shipwrecked and worthless. Sometimes the promises of comfort are barely scratching on the surface, when all my doctors' faces are long drawn and lean. Could be something in his past, maybe a chemical imbalance. Brenda, oh Brenda, I'm out here all alone. Tonight I'm drowning in the darkness, and I can't tell anyone. Can't tell anyone. I don't care to be remembered for what I've said or done. I don't care to be remembered for the games I may saved or won. I want to make our love a refuge and a fort. From a lonely little world, broken little world, a beat up little world,
days, nothing of the sort. Brenda, oh Brenda, we're out here all alone. Tonight I'm drowning in the darkness, but I can't tell anyone. Oh, and I can't tell anyone. Anyone. Oh, and I can't tell anyone. Blinded by the light. Is this thing? This is my country guitar. I tried to see if they could have the stars removed, but the guy said it was too much. We've been busy writing and making records, and they should be out around April, somewhere around the second week. We've got this whole new sort of grassroots thing, kind of the operation mobilization of the music industry thing. Doing away with all superstructures. That just means we're an indie band right now. It's a new song called When You're Blinded by the Light. I trusted you until it hurt, and I don't want to go there for a while. Can barely recognize the word, and I'm forgetting how to smile. It's funny how supposed friends tricking here so fancy free. But when the party ends, we just rewrite our histories. And it's no good telling stories when your lips are sealed up tight. Does no good to see the sunrise when you're blinded by the lights. We gave you all the best we had of our labors and our trust. Played a benefit of doubt, but we couldn't raise enough. Bought a one-way ticket to nowhere on a ship called Lost at Sea. It was there I found my courage. She was sleeping next to me. It is no good good telling stories. When your ears are sealed up tight, does no good to see the sunrise. When you're blinded by the light, show to me your face. Lord, show to me your skin. Lord, show to me the places where they put the nails in. I'm gonna crawl in there with all my fears and introduce them to my pretend. Introduce them to my sorrows. They'll become the best of friends. And it's no good telling stories when your ears are sealed up tight. Does no good to see the sunrise when you're blinded by the light. You want to do this time? Oh, you got a tuning thing going now? You tuned the guitar and need a pick? Oh, your thumb? Ouch. Hey.
He asked.
Having a technical difficulty up here, so for a folk artist, that means dropping your thumb pick into the hole of your guitar.
I never ever thought I would have to actually do this on stage.
Is there a right way or a wrong way for that?
No, that's the thing. The other thing is broken. You play mandolin? We can do that. You try. Huh? Can you do it, man?
It's a new song called This Time Isn't One of Them.
There's a time for listening to the thunder. There's a time for cleansing all the sins. There's a time when I'm slowly going under. But this time isn't one of them. No, this time isn't one of them. There's a time when joy is so elusive. Out of your grasping your three sheets to the wind. There's a time when crying can be conducive. But this time isn't one of them. No, this time isn't one of them. life's been like a wedding. At the moment where the bride and bridegroom kiss, sometimes I can't believe all that I hope in. In this moment, it feels like one of them. This moment feels like one of them. Four riders appear on the horizon. Systems and superstructures will explode. Peace will be a word for hypnotizing. But this time isn't one of those. No, this time isn't one of those. If that holy life should count for something, those blessed words ever be recalled. Remember well who has really loved you, and to be loved is the best of all. And to be loved is the best of all. And to be loved is the best of all. Thanks a lot. Here's another downer. This will probably be on the new record. It's called Farther Up the Road. Honey, cover me in roses, cover me in the leaves of fall. On those beads of your rosary, think of me when you call. I've been waiting by the telephone, though you're just down the hall. Hey, we were beat up cold and stoned. Wrap me up in your prayer shawl. Now some will steal your garden, some will sow their weeds, and some will rob you good and blind just to see you bleed. Honey, cover me in roses, this sack of bones and skin. Come and breathe upon this spirit before winter settles in. Checking out of this cheap hotel with the wind all in our souls. God shows his face farther up the road. Now all those choices that you took ask way more than you can give. And all of those worst case scenarios have become your one life to live. You know all the greed and powers that be, they have worked no ill effect. There are never disappointments his face farther up the road. Now hunger, she's a driver, but you never knew her name. You'd assume different destinations, but now they're obviously the same. Yeah, you can take it all on the chin, pretending you don't feel a thing. And there is no bucket big enough for the tears that make you sing. Checking out of this cheap motel, the wind all in our soul. God shows his face farther up the road. Honey, cover me in roses and do not spare the thorns. You know, some of us have been waiting here a lifetime to be born. And if there are no roses and the dealers will not sell, let your prayer become like kisses, and they'll do just as well. Checking out of this cheap motel, the wind all in our souls. God shows his face farther up the road. God shows his face farther up the road. God shows his face farther up the road.
What you want to do the band thing? Yeah, we'll see the band. I can do this all. Where are those guys?
We were in Kentucky about 48 hours ago. They got about 3 feet of snow in a 24-hour period. So we were driving kind of northeast for a good long time at about 35 miles an hour on Highway 64. The whole thing kind of was still snowing rather hard, and there was no salt on the road. There weren't any plows, so the whole thing had kind of a very surreal vibe to it. Not altogether unpleasant, but glad that the heater in the van was working. Chickadee chick. song is called Locust Years.
1, 2, 1, 2. Here's one more emotion to contend with. One last bullet to defend the fort with. I was drowning in complacency's cheap perfume. We're all licking our wounds. Yeah, one more specimen, one with real potential. If the suit fits well, you're looking quite presidential. I put your face out of some police hotel. Yeah, steps in the below. Come on, come have your way with me. There's nothing left. There's nothing left to see. Boom. Yeah, Salome's overweight, she wrote Jacob's letter. Red corpses sugar, you know the vultures gather. Yes, I've always been taught that love is worth keeping, the truth worth believing. Come have your way with me. Come have your way with me. There's nothing left. There's nothing left to see. Oh. Come have your way. Come have your way with me. There's nothing left. Nothing left to see. Yes, yes, you're a big ship. Loaded down with a whole lot of baggage and freight. Lots of luxury liner. It's cut to each circumstance and way. Now the cold has to burn. See the captain with his boat on the side. You know temperatures dropping. Radio is dead. Take on the water. Yeah, going down fast. Yeah, so many breakers in us. Oh, tell every passenger, yeah, spend what you wanna. Take it on the water. Yeah, call it catastrophe. Well, the hand of the good Lord reaching through. You got to call it a tragedy. Since there will be no last minute interviews, got to be a bit heavy-handed. got to get my attention. On my trees and taking on the water. Yeah, going down this. Yes, under the breakers. Yes, oh yes. You're the passenger. Just spin what you wanna. Taking on the water. Yeah, call me irresponsible. But baby, call me undeniably true. Well, at least for the moment. When I first set my eyes on you, got a big hole and a small heart. Asking you to, begging you to feel. Gonna take some radical surgery. And you know my nasty weapon. Taking on water. Yeah, going down fast. Yes, in the breakers. And yes, oh yes. You're the passengers. Just spend what you wanna. Taking on water. Taking on water. Yeah, taking on water. Thanks.
Oh, the heat is so good. We'll do Ellen. We'll do Driving the Nails.
Sitting under my blue sky of deception, where the colors run every time it rains. Rock, bubble, fashioned from inception. My own hands and I take all the blame if the light goes out. Darkness with her bated breath waits out on periphery of the campfire. Of decadence and violence that we do best, we do best, we do best, we do best.
Thank you very much. This is Kenny Hudson. Guitars, mandolins. We'll do all those classic songs a little later. It's a new song. It'll be on the new record. I think this will make the cut. The song's called But Not For Long. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, hey! Give it what you want. Give it what you need. Give it what you get. Give it what you have to bleed. To bleed some more. Take her along, yeah, you'll miss her not for long. Something worth. And the ambulance
trumpet blast. Well, I hear Scott's drums. Yeah, from once upon a time to the sweet kingdom come. There's a thing that's yours for free. Well, that's the thing I need the most. Oh, Scott pulls every post. Everything we cannot speak of, but the secret we all know. This blister's home. Oh, this blister's home. Oh, this blister's home. Oh, this blister's home. Oh, this blister's
Glad you guys are enjoying the acoustic set. And we didn't advertise it as such to lead you on. We'll get back to that. I'd like to introduce our new bass player. This is Jacob Bradley. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, via Peoria. This is Jake's fourth show with us. We threw Jacob about 50 or 60 songs. Said you got 3 weeks to learn them. We're glad to have him. This is a song about all the distractions and all the substitutes that we occupy 99.9% of our lives with.
Well, they're closing down the line. You know, it's almost quitting time. They're plotting their next crime. As the evening descends, it's amazing what you sell when you're not doing all that well. The stories you will tell to make you a friend. Yeah, you worry about your looks from your magazines and books. You get a chic little hook. If you got the wealth, it's amazing what you'll buy. If you think your last chance went by, you even a new set of lines to cover yourself. And love is just a plea. The deepest point of need we make reasonable, facsimile mode time. Sure, you'll take a risk, but then the scanty evidence can be used against you at any old time. And if you redo your rights in the heat of the night, and what you thought you held so tight, it slips off of your hands. And love is just a plea. The deepest point of need we make the reasonable, facsimile mode time. Storm of controversy, faith pins her corsage on Easter morning's numerous. Yeah, we know the terrain well. You kick down the gates of hell, prison cells open. You just throw in a key. Love is just a plea. The deepest point of need we take the reasonable, facsimile mode time. Dragging out of bed, I got a big noise running around my little
The grisly remains of the living and the dead run from the day. It's amazing what your soul always leaves you feeling old, less wiser and more cold. You try to make your way in. Love is just a plea. The deepest point of need we pay. The reasonable facsimile. Reasonable facsimile. The reasonable facsimile.
That's not like what you've done that way in a while. Yeah, I'm still in the verge. Okay, on that.
Sorry, it's so tight in here. Sometimes when you go into studio, songs just take on their kind of a life of their own. We went in playing the song in 4/4, and we played it back to back with another song. I won't tell you the name of it, but the engineer wound the tape back, and we told him that we had passed the song that we were supposed to do a punch-in on, and therefore we would need to go back up. And he said, "Well, I thought it was the same song. They both sound exactly alike," which is always a bad sign when the engineer hasn't actually heard the stuff more than like once. Starts saying something like that. So we kind of deconstructed it a bit. It's still the same song. The song's called "On the Verge." Stealing the precious thing you've been concealing. Give the cup of grief to us, we'll drink it to the dregs. If your senses are reeling, you know that everything that rises must converge. And simply in a word, you will lay your burden down, walk away. We're slipping through the cracks, and by the way, don't we all start out as castaways? Throw down coins on the dusty floors. Distraction will, it's the order of the day. So you mine a deeper vein when you're trying to even out the score. Hey, what's with all these suffering songs and yearning, well, for something more? We're on the verge.
bind us to that lonely route. Keep the home fires burning if the embers are ever going out. If I'm on the verge of stealing that river you forded in great haste, give the cup of grief to me. Thirst is all that we can taste. We're on the verge. We're on the verge. On the
That's right. Thanks for listening to the new stuff. I know that's a lot to ask when there's not a record out yet, but we're kind of attached to it.
That's what makes it good.
You heard it first. All the words and temples. We've got the merchandise located. It's been happening like 3 nights in a row. I can't speak. Oh, wait, Alzheimer's. Merchandise is back in this room over here. So if you want to go back and look at that stuff, we do have copies of a magazine called Prism, which is a publication of Evangelicals for Social Action, and there's a bunch of free copies there, and I think there's a box up at the door that's a different issue. If you want to grab one of those, they're free. Check it out and email them and tell them what you think. It's based out of Philadelphia. They're one of the few publications that get us. That's what I like. All right, here's a song about one of my favorite topics. It's about kudzu mysticism. Kudzu is one of those long stringy vines that grows all over the highways in Georgia. The song's called Black Crow. 1, 2, 1, 2. You can't do anything with this. Well, if not, I don't believe you. I'm all over the place with purest of the kingdom. Black crow, yellow sky,
justifies every fault and every remainder. I'm breaking down, I'm breaking down. I thank God there's no one around to see me breaking like this. Don't tell a soul about my predicament. I'm breaking down, I'm breaking down. I thank God there's no one around to see me breaking like this. Don't tell a soul about my predicament. Don't tell a soul. Don't tell a soul. Don't tell a soul. Don't tell a
Thank you. The new record will probably be called To the Roof of the Sky. So here is, I don't know if we played this song up here. We may have played it. Yeah. Do it at the North Star, maybe? Check. This song has a little bit of a history background. It's kind of loosely based on the exploration of George Lee Mallory. He was a British climber who tried to scale Mount Everest about 5 or 6 times between 1929 and 1935. And back then they didn't have the kind of sophisticated climbing gear that mountaineers have today at their disposal. They had very rudimentary forms of oxygen to take up at those heights. So they planned real slowly about trying to figure out what to do. They didn't have the advantage of things like aerial photography and all that other stuff that we have today about knowing where to go and where to not waste your time when you're trying to scale something as large as a mountain. Anyway, they got up and they kept climbing. This team of British climbers, about 3 of them, got about 100 feet below the summit. And a storm came in, and the reason I got to the story to begin with is I was reading the story to my 9-year-old son about it, and we were getting more into it. And after a while, we were impressed with the determination and the heroism, kind of virtues that are sort of mocked today. But Mallory ascended to the summit apparently after about 3 days of being locked in with a snowstorm, and the 2 other climbers didn't see him leave camp. They assumed he went to the summit, but he was never heard from again. So that's where this song starts. Kind of told from the point of view of sort of a guide to the roof of the sky. 1, 2, 3. This is where the light starts to go backwards. It fades in a shimmer of that western rim. The path of ice that forms from this spot stretching southward. It's rumored here it got the best of him. With their crude maps and equally crude instruments, sounded out the heights and fathomed other secrets.
sun. A step below your point in the sky. To the roof of the sky, what does she hold? In your room, made of wind and the snow. Leaving God when he knows what. Down below. Down below. Down below. Oh, down below. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Better check the time. Can you bring that down a little bit, the guitar in this way? Just bring it down a little bit. You going in? You going to rap? Yeah. And drop him out of this way. Drop out of this way, Joe. Just this acoustic in this way, Joe. Kenny's DI over in this way. Come on. You might recognize this one. Drunk, kill the telephone. I don't want to drop my hands on this one. Have you raped me later on? Ladies and gentlemen, I used to be a notorious killer. Then I became the world's greatest dancer. Always asking what the truth was, and never waiting for an answer. Clay inside, hard as stone, the concrete in my head.
feature films and leave feeling pretty free. It's really quite pathetic to see yourself up on the screen. I've been driving the nail firmly in your tree. You've been talking to your mother on behalf of me. Nothing at these checkpoints I care to defend. Why do I raise the hammer up and drive the nails again? Don't know my secret, there's a hope buried underneath. All this talk of peace and dusty righteousness has left me weary beyond belief. There's an unwanted mistress in my bed late at night. She said, hey, I know you. You're a criminal. You've been on death row all your life. I've been driving the nail firmly in your tree. You've been talking to your brother on behalf of me. Nothing at these checkpoints I care to defend. Why do I raise the hammer up and drive the nails again? Turn off the lights, reconnect the phone, fill the drunk's glass up to the brink. Honey, I'm ready for penetration. It's not what you think. Gotta fill this stinking shit of false humanity. I'll fill it up with bullet holes. Run your violence, quiet of mercy. I've been driving the nails firmly in your tree. You've been talking to your brother on behalf of me. Nothing at these checkpoints I care to defend. Why do I raise the hammer up, drive the nails again? I've been driving the nails.
That's more of a finale. If you do Undertow, there's nowhere left to go. We'll do that too.
Well, I won't do Odious. Odious and Lady Luck are off the list.
I'll never play those songs again.
One was misinterpreted and the other became a frat boy anthem. Whew. Playing a club in Athens one night, and I don't know anything about Greek letters, but they all came in, and I don't know, somehow they'd heard that song on the college radio station and they wanted to hear that, so we played it, and it all became too clear where they were going with it. We've always wanted to be the band that had the first parental advisory sticker in a CBA, in a Christian bookstore. I tried to tell them that on the last record, but the sound Nazis at Warner Brothers didn't want to hear it. I'm not bitter. I promise I'm not.
Whole different story.
The song is called Losing It.
loyalty is not a word heard round these parts these days. Love gets drowned in this pool of tears, drunk on anyway. Hold me tight, God, I'm losing it. Hold me tight if I'm confusing it. Job lost all his daughters, Job lost all his sons, he lost all his crops and his animals, each and every one. Still I know, I believe it, persuaded he is able to keep track of all of his cards laid out on the table. Hold me tight, God, I'm losing it. Hold me tight, I'm confusing it. Please don't give up. You know these means of grace have never failed me yet. See the harvest getting ripe, the wine press almost full. Michael, swing your sickle wide and take off both your shoes. Sold me wealth, a pleasure was a dark store full of pain. All this stuff I thought was jewelry turns out to be change. Hold me tight, God, I'm losing it. Hold me tight, and I'm confusing it, confusing it. Hold me tight, if I'm abusing it, both abusing it, both. Hold me tight, losing it. If I'm losing it, oh, am I losing it? Well, today I'm sick of all I am. Today is my setback. First I swear I need you, and stab you in the back. I wanna drink out of that fountain on a hill called Double Kill. I wanna show you my allegiance, Lord. Yes, I wanna be a son of yours. Oh, a son send your horse. So tired of all my toys, they never last for long. They keep beaming dreams and wishes to a big dish on my front lawn. Yes, I wanna drink of your fountain on a hill called Double Hill. I wanna show you my allegiance, Lord. Yes, I wanna be son of yours. Oh, see your voice. Sermon. Now, haven't we all got a secret? We're just aching to tell. God knows I've thrown a lot of coinage down the wishing well. Go call your neighbor, proceed with all due haste. Go grab your wife, sweet family. See, there is no time to waste. Yes, we're gonna drink out of a fountain on a hill called Double Hill. I wanna show you my allegiance, Lord. Yes, I wanna be a son of yours.